Ah, there we go. I got scammed by the audio department. All right. Let's try that again. Oh, how embarrassing. Guess I'll blow my brains out right now. Anyway, before we get this stream started, we need to have a serious talk. I was mauled by an animal yesterday, brutally, and I am traumatized from my experience. It was a very terrifying experience. Let me paint you a picture. I'm at work, 9 a.m. I work till 4:30 p.m. Night before, didn't sleep whatsoever. running on 0 hours of sleep. Already feeling rather rough. So, bad day already. Little girl comes up to me. I work at PetSmart, so I sell pets. She says, I want this hamster. Can you get it for me? And of course, as I'm obligated to say, I say yes. I go to help this little girl, the hamster. I go to get it out of the cage, and it sinks its terrifying fangs into my finger. Right into the tip of my finger. Blood everywhere, blood, because he chomped so hard. The doctor's like, bro, you just got bit by a hamster. You're gonna be okay, but that is concerning. You need to find another line of work. Yeah, she decided no to that hamster and that she did not want it anymore. Because she chose a different hamster that didn't bite me and liked me. So there's that, I guess. But now I can't type. My finger hurts. That little turd bit me down to the bone of my fingertip. Rough day for me out here, alright? A little hamster is a menace to society. But we already know what time it is. Time to do nothing. Just got double webcammed. There it is. Yeah, now my right pointer finger is killing me. It's rough. It's rough out here. Why don't I have audio? Why is everything in my OBS failing me? How? You know what? I might just mute it. We don't need audio to shiny hunt. Where's... How do I look at this? There we go. Oh. But yeah. Brutally injured, I say. Focus. I was mauled by a wild animal. Should probably look in the correct box. So actually, I deleted all of the Charmanders. Because my boxes were full. But after that short, where we officially went over odds, I only did like 3 more encounters after that, so we're at 515, 16 maybe, somewhere around 512. That's all I know. Back to the Charmanders. Give me your egg. I've been skamazed. But yeah, I was very tempted to buy that hamster just so it wouldn't attack anyone, but I didn't. First off, it would eat my mice. That's not okay. I love Cheese and Splinter. Can't let them get launched. But more importantly, don't want to be bit again. I'll let it bite some random person over me, thank you very much. That guy was aggressive though, for no reason. It hurt. Like, I can't stress this enough. Whenever I came back, I got blood all over the little carrier. There's a blood stain on the like 3 big blood splatters on the bottom of the shirt. My PetSmart shirt where I was holding my finger at. Which is rough. And then there's just more blood. I soaked an entire napkin red. I thought he bit a chunk out of my finger. I couldn't see it because it's covered in blood. Turns out he didn't. Thankfully. Thankfully the tip of my finger is still intact. Jeez, I couldn't even yank my finger away. because I launched the hamster. Can't do that. Couldn't act like I was in pain. I just had to be like, oh, he bit me. Whoops. So I didn't scar the little girl for freaking life about hamsters. Couldn't do that. So I'm just sitting there holding in the pain, and then the mom's like, hey, you can go get a band-aid if you want to. I'm like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I walk away, and the second I'm with, like, out of earshot, out of sight, I'm like, oh, my finger. Needless to say, me and hamsters aren't friends anymore. I'll take the guinea pigs, who have much more bite power, but you know what? They don't choose to bite me. The guinea pigs are sweet, sweet creatures that we love. I love me a little piggy. Being over odds on this Charmander is actually very unfortunate. Because I predicted it in that one stream. I predicted that I would be suffering on this Charmander hunt. Which is rough. It's my longest hunt yet. Which isn't bad by any means, seeing as doesn't really matter. It's still way shorter than most other hunts that any other person has ever done. I already have a shiny Charizard. I don't even want it that much. I really could care less about getting it, but I've got to finish the 3 videos. I can't just have 2 of the Kanto starters, even though I already have a shiny Charizard in my box. I shiny hunted Charizard long ago. I did the I did a Dynamax thing for him, and I got the Gigantamax shiny Charizard before the DLC was even out. So it was like, the other 2 didn't really matter. I'm hoping I get hired by Mr. Gray, because I would like to work there for a lot more money so I can afford a home, so I don't have to mooch off my family. Which I know, my dad's completely fine with me staying. He'd actually prefer I stay, but I want to move out. I need independence. And if I get the other job, I'll make well more than enough for rent. So it's like, might as well. I'll be working 2 jobs though, so I'd be a little bit busy. I mean, the only reason I haven't streamed recently is because I just get so burnt out on Pokemon. Here's what happens is, I'll get burnt out on Pokemon, so then I'll go play Minecraft, and then I get burnt out on Minecraft, but I bought it for my Switch 2. So I play it on my Switch 2, which I got a cool little world on it. I like it. But it's not like I do much. Because whenever I play Minecraft, I never build a house. I'm horrible at building. I loot up. I go somewhere and I build like an above ground base with a cow farm above a mine shaft, so I can XP grind the spiders. In my current world, I found one with 2 spider spawners next to each other, but they weren't close enough for one farm. So right next to the mine shaft, I found not 1, not 2, but 3 zombie spawners next to each other. It's insane. Like, I didn't think it was possible. So it was obviously, it was a bigger gap than the spider spawners were, but like, it's so worth it for the 3. And I've got like a specific spot to AFK so that all 3 will be spawning at once, one a little slower than the other, which is fine. It's good enough for XP for me. I just leave the Switch plugged in AFK there. You did tell me to stream, Jesse. I just leave it AFK there for a little while. And then I come back, murk some zombies and bada bing, bada boom. Just a watch party with you and Jeffco right now. Are you still up at my grandfather's house? Sorry to check something in another tab. Don't forget Beaver. Beaver's here too. I don't know why I'm streaming. I got bored, so I decided to stream. I had no ideas for a stream, so I just decided to do Charmander. I'm like very in and out on the whole making YouTube videos thing. I love recording, love editing. Streaming, I enjoy. It's while I'm streaming, I enjoy it. Leading up to stream, I'm extremely anxious. So I kind of just choose to not stream so I can just avoid the anxiety and not feel bad, you know? I enjoy not feeling bad. Buddha just joined the watch party. Very good. I don't know, lately I've been... Hi, Buddha. I've been feeling like crap about not leaving my house and doing anything ever. Wearily Puff? Not quite. I was supposed to work today. I didn't do that. I overslept. Called in and they're like... and I called them and I said, hey, I'll be there in a bit. And turns out they didn't even realize I was supposed to work today. Because my entire day was supposed to consist of sitting on a computer doing training videos. So I think I did well on avoiding that. I'm gonna have to do that on Tuesday or Wednesday now. Tuesday now. But whatever. That's only if I am not busy on Tuesday doing pet associate work. So I like my job, don't get me wrong. Pays like nothing. Kinda sucks. Got a Scruff controller and it's custom made and called the wait. Okay. Oh, Scuff. I don't know why I said Scruff. I'm blind. True. Dude, I slept for 14 hours last night. 15 hours even. And it was rough. Like, I went to bed at midnight, woke up at 3 p.m. Well, I woke up at 8 a.m., stayed up for an hour, had breakfast, took a shower, went back to sleep by accident. I was just laying in bed gaming and then shut my eyes for but a moment and it was just snooze city. I opened my eyes and it's 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, oh, wasted my day. Everyone, besides Jesse. Yeah, Jesse doesn't have any socials. He can't keep those accounts to save his life. Yeah, get this song out of here. Yet another normal Charmander. Gonna lose my mind. Yeah, if I can start working at the painting place, my life would be much better. Because I'd work, you know, more hours, but like, I wouldn't feel like crap about not doing anything with my day anymore. Because like, I worked 8 hours yesterday, which was fine. I didn't hate that I was working 8 hours. I hated that I never went to sleep the previous night and I was really tired. It's like, 8-hour shift doesn't bother me. What bothers me is A, if I'm tired from not sleeping. More importantly, what bothers me is if I only do stuff, I'd only do work for 3 of those hours, because I either open or I close. That takes like 2.5 hours. Wait, what if I told you I was the monster under your bed and was gonna eat your fucking ursh? I tell you there is no under my bed because my box spring is on the floor, so if you fit under there, you have to be freaking flat Stanley, brother. But, anyway. Like, 2 hours in, I'm already done with everything I need to do for my shift, except for sell animals. So for 6 of those hours, I'm either sitting there doing nothing, bored out of my mind, or scrubbing algae out of fish tanks. So it's so boring. I need something to keep me occupied. I can't go help a cashier, so my only options are facing, which is zoning at Walmart, making the shelves look pretty, or scrub fish tanks that don't need to be scrubbed anymore because I've been scrubbed already every day. They need to add like more stuff to my list to do so I'm not bored. Wadley. Not quite. Tell me a story. I have no stories. I told my only story at the start of the stream. I did say it. Just dab on the haters. No. I have brought up to the people I have told about this stupid hamster. How am I the kid that tanked having a broken arm for a week in elementary school? Like, yeah, I cried after it happened. But like, what really happened is I jumped off that back porch, landed, didn't even like cry about it, went and sat and watched you guys playing your sports. I didn't have runner in first grade. That was kindergarten. Didn't cry until Alex came up to me, and then I started crying. Or I started crying a little bit before that because I wanted somebody to come check on me because I was in pain. I don't know, it's a distant memory now. But I tanked having that broken arm for a week before I went to a hospital and my arm healed crooked. See the forbidden bite finger? Little pink nub now, but yesterday you could just see a hole. Bast is when I had the broken arm, I think. Or no, I had that. No, it was best. It was best. Yeah. Miss Bast's Bass. Need Morgan and Morgan? What? Is Morgan and Morgan? Oh yeah, guys. Since we're going to the lake house this weekend, Chase gets back Saturday, so I asked him if he wanted to go. And he said, what's another 45-minute drive onto my 6,000 miles? And I'm like, so is that a yes or is that sarcasm? He said, I need an excuse to drive my own car for a long distance. So the second I get back, I'll come to the lake house. So Chase should be showing up just because he wants an excuse to drive his car. Oh, remember being at Tyler's house and running around with him and bumping into you and made you... What? I remember once we were at Tyler's Cobb's house playing street hockey. I got mad at Jeffrey for scoring and beat him up with a hockey stick. That was pretty menacing of me. I was such an annoying kid, dude. Oh my god, that was bad. The only memorable story I have from Renner's class was I was sick, so I had diarrhea. And we had one of those little, it was a stall in the classroom, but it was like a private bathroom, not a stall, but it was built like a stall on the inside. Inside of the classroom. And I couldn't use the bathroom because somebody else was in there. I couldn't go across the hall for the bathroom because I was a kindergartner, needed an escort from a teacher. So we were drinking at the drinking fountain that was in the room after recess. And I sneezed and I pooped my pants and it went down the leg of my shorts onto the floor for the entire class to see. That was so embarrassing. Mom had to come pick me up from school. I had to go home and change pants. It was so bad. I remember whenever I was a kid, I had the tubes in my ears because I was born wrong. I was born with a deformity in there, and instead of the $12,000 surgery, they just went for tubes, you know, save money, and it worked out anyway. I'm not fully deaf. Can I send you a song to play on stream? Last time I played a custom song from either you or me on stream, I got freaking copyright striked. Because it says no copyright on the beats, and then it turns out you still get flagged for copyright by YouTube's AI system, which is not fun. So, unfortunately, no, I cannot. If I get one more copyright strike, I get taken down for a month, because I got one in my last video for one of the Nintendo songs I used. I mean, yeah, I only upload once a month, but still. Get this out of here. I got copyright striked for my own song I used. It's a born a deformity in my brain, but I can't get rid of it. Jesse, you're just autistic. You can't say it like that. Brother. I was born. That's it. I was just born. Nothing more for that story. I found this apartment that is affordable enough for me to move into now with my PetSmart pay. I really pulled some Charmander, true. I really pulled some funds together. But kind of rough. It's in the city. It's listed as a studio, but it's not a studio. It is in fact a 1-bedroom. And it is $500 a month. So that is interesting. I think I'd die if I lived in the city. Charmander. Yeah, don't say Chartua. I don't know. Is it a state street? Here, I don't have my phone. No, it's not a state street, Jesse, so it's okay. It's by Botanical Gardens. It's actually like a 5-minute walk from Botanical Gardens. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And dangerous still. I'll still die. Hello, Cheese the Mouse. Are you trying to escape again? If I see one more Tua joke, I'm ending the stream. I'm telling you right now. None of it. I want none of it. I've already been streaming 30 minutes, dang. These Charmanders are just so unaccepting of me. I will not read. No, I'll not read Get To It. Which is supposed to be Get Out. Probably. Botanical Gardens is good territory for a place to die. Why is that? I know it is. But it's okay because Trump's deploying the FBI to St. Louis City. I'm gonna have hundreds of officers there because of it. I'll get to it. Okay. I guess. I'm only probably gonna do it if I do get the job at Gray's. Because if I don't, then I'm literally some weeks not gonna be able to save up for rent, gas, insurance, all that. I'm at a point right now where they're giving me so little hours that I have to split my insurance across 4 different checks. Which is rough. Because I don't want to split it across 4 different checks. It's only $120. It's rough out here. And I guess my phone bill as well. Wade has ever been... Okay. Wade ever has a man bun that is a trilly puff. I don't think I'll ever have hair long enough for a man bun. I'm gonna try and get a haircut tomorrow, set up an appointment somewhere. Do my first adult task. Also, I kind of want to be rid of the Chrysler because it keeps breaking down, and I've kind of just been rigging it up to work in less than optimal ways. So it's like it's running barely. Like, yesterday I was on my way home from work and my radiator just completely overheated because that fan that mom's friend put in is just, it does nothing. So I kind of just, I had to re-rig it up with zip ties that melted off, by the way. The zip ties melted. It's not low in fluids, I already checked, I'm not dumb. So I went and I re-zip tied that on. It's working for the present. Ew. Ew, Brendan, ew. Again? Anyway. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? God. I've completely lost my train of thought. You've taken me off guard with that message. Anyways. Oh, I was talking about why I want to be rid of the Chrysler. It's... If I want to get it actually repaired so it can be a reliable car, it is going to cost almost as much as I bought it for. It's going to cost about $5 grand in total repairs. I need 4 new rotors, which is the least of my worries. That is probably the cheapest repair I got. I guess brake pads too, and that's also cheap. But my transmission has been acting funny for like a month now. I've got manual mode, so that's how I'm able to check this, by the way, before anyone's like, you drive an automatic, how does that work? Basically, when I reach second gear, my car starts acting very strangely. Violently shaking, making loud, bad noises. And I obviously didn't know what gear that was in, so I tried it in manual mode, and it's in second gear where it does that. So, that's rough. I guess another cheap one is also realigned, but whatever. And most importantly, if I do get this job with Gray's Painting, I'd rather just drive a truck anyway. I'd like a truck. Plus, as a fat man myself, who 80% of the locations he drives to end up being slightly off-road dirt gravel roads, might want it. Might be useful. So I need to build up some money, which I cannot do at my current job because I can't even afford my current car. Plus I have to pay my mom and papa back before buying a different car, or I'd be murdered, so. I got a piece of mail from the military today. Naturally, somebody else went through my mail without asking me because why would they ask me first? It's obviously not, you know, it's obviously for everyone to rummage through. And it's like, oh, could be Big Wade's. It says Junior on there, clear as day. Also, why would Grace's parents be going through Big Wade's mail anyway? That's still weird. Anyway. Yeah. I thought I got drafted, I'm not gonna lie. It was just saying, hey, here's your confirmation that you signed up for the selective service. So if you get asked and threatened to be taken to jail, you don't have to go to jail because you did sign up like a good patriotic citizen. So I got that, so I don't have to go to jail. Love that for me. I don't think I'd do well in prison. Or military. I don't know which one would be worse for me. Alright, Charmander. It's time. It wasn't time. Unfortunate. If I had a second chance on going back in time and changing certain things, here's what I do. Wouldn't have bought the Chrysler. Never would have. Saved my money. Wouldn't have worried about a car payment. Focus is fine. Not fast, whatever. Second off, more importantly than the Chrysler, would have, in fact, because I got offered a job at Grace Painting before Chase and Devin did. I got my interview before both of them. Never showed up to it. And I reapplied 2 months later, or a month later after they got their jobs there. Because I started at PetSmart. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna love this job. It pays just as much as Lowe's did. I should be getting good hours, and I get to work with animals. I don't get just as many hours. I get 10 hours a week. That's not enough to afford anything. I get $280 a check after tax. Oh my god. I barely get enough for gas, food, right? Like, yeah, 280's nice, but you gotta remember, $200 a month for insurance, phone bill, and all that. So, not much on the gas and food front. It's rough out here. Like, even my manager, I've got 4 managers. 3 of them are, like, you know, it's like how Walmart is. There's managers of certain departments, and then there's the big store manager. The 3 managers, there's, you know, front end, then there's animals, and then there's, stocking. All of them have 2nd and 3rd jobs even, and still live at home because PetSmart doesn't give them enough hours or pay them enough. It's like, this is a temp job, so I've got a little bit of money until I can get an actual job. Because I can't afford crap. I dumped the entirety of my last check into gas. Like, it's bad. For gas money, I rely on my girlfriend's grandparents paying me to take her to work, because they give me money every time I take her to work as gas money. Just, you know, because it's like, well, we don't feel like driving, we'll give you gas money to do it. I'm like, okay, sure. And it's like $1 worth of gas, but they give me $10 each time, so I just take her to work as much as possible, and I rely on that. It's like being an Uber driver. And like, whenever I'm not going to work or anywhere that's like too far, I just walk everywhere now. Which is, yeah, it's good for my health, and it's great that it's not hot anymore. Can't afford to drive anywhere, it sucks. I have to walk to go get my food, and then it's cold by the time I get home, but if I eat it while I'm there, then I'm too full to walk home, so I sit in a restaurant for an hour embarrassingly. There's no winning. I'm probably not going to stream that long tonight. I don't know. I didn't plan on streaming today at all. Mainly because I was supposed to work today, and then I didn't. But whatever. Here we are. On mi bicicleta. I want an excuse to drive far and just keep driving for a while. I don't have the money to do that. That's actually the reason I want to go to the lake house, is not because I want to go to the lake, because I want to drive. I just want to... I need to get away from life for a little bit. I need an escape. I'm just... Everything's so overwhelming right now, and it sucks. Plus, most of my friends are at college now and moved away, so I really got nothing to do. Plus, Chase is gone on his little trip. My music is gone. Guess I'm still watching. Alright, it's gonna be my last egg. But it likely won't be shiny because Pokemon Sword hates me.